Good morning, everybody, and happy International Women's Day. The 8,989th meeting of the Security Council is called to order.
I'm so thrilled that the Security Council has decided on International Women's Day to concentrate on the role of women in peace and security.
Welcome to this podcast produced by the International Monetary Fund. Today, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva joins a special UN Security Council meeting on women's economic inclusion as a key to building peace.
Women and girls are themselves powerful agents of change. They help societies transition from fragility to stability. What we do today matters to hundreds of millions of women living in conflict and fragility. It is an opportune time to reflect on the strength and power of women in the face of war and destruction. Tragically, in far too many places, this strength is being relentlessly tested. My heart goes to all the women bracing the horror of war, protecting their children, caring for the wounded, sacrificing for their countries, their communities, their families. Today, this is the fate of our sisters in Ukraine. We admire your courage. We share your pain. We stand with you. We support you. We know that women bear disproportionately the devastation of wars. And yet we also know women are the best hope for peace. In the words of Zainab Salbi, like life, peace begins with women. We are the first to forge lines of alliance and collaboration across conflict divides. Today, I would like to make 3 points. First, crises, be they conflicts or pandemics or more traditional economic and financial crises, threaten to set back years of progress in gender equality, therefore slow down progress in development. In the pandemic, globally, twice as many women as men lost their jobs. And let's remember, women are 20% below men in labor market participation to begin with. We also have seen tremendous learning losses. We calculate that over lifetime of the generations affected by the pandemic, $17 trillion will be lost because of this lack of educational attainment. More dramatic is the fate of girls. We know that 20 million girls in developing countries may never return to school. And that means they're excluded from life's opportunities forever, for the duration of their lives. We also have seen during the pandemic the ugly head of gender-based violence being up. And of course, we know that this leads to serious socioeconomic consequences. We have calculated these consequences. But I also want to talk about the positive side. As dramatic as these effects are, we need to remember that overcoming them can be a massive injection of prosperity for countries. Empowering women, reducing gender inequality in fragile or conflict situations in particular, can have powerful economic benefits. If sub-Saharan Africa countries reduced gender-based violence closer to the world average, they could see long-term GDP gains of around 30%. well-being for everyone. And that brings me to my second point. Gender equality is critical for growth, resilience, socioeconomic stability. It matters tremendously when women and girls can reach their full potential. They do better, their families do better, their countries do better for the benefit of everyone. Improving gender equality can raise economic growth quite significantly, strengthen the resilience of families, communities, and countries, enhance financial stability, and reduce income inequality. We know societies with more gender equality tend to be more resistant to violence and conflict. And the equal participation of women in socioeconomic life is essential to prevent conflict and help transition out of fragility. When women participate in peace negotiations, in state-building processes, the chances for building resilience, for enduring peace, for inclusive and prosperous societies significantly improves. And the Security Council has such an important role to promote women inclusion in peace building. Yet, too often, women remain underrepresented and excluded from decision-making processes. To change that, we need all hands on deck. We need international organizations, we need governments, we need private sector, so we can see a chance to reduce fragility and by closing gender gaps to improve prospects for development, which takes me to my third point. And it is, we all have responsibility to bear, and that applies to my institution, the International Monetary Fund. I want to report to you that we are relentlessly focusing on helping our members design and implement macroeconomic and financial policies to ensure greater resilience and growth. We are particularly zeroing in on social spending. It is an efficient and effective way to allow better education for boys and girls, better health care, better social protection, and as a result, stronger societies. We believe that a country-tailored approach is vital. So in our new strategy on gender that we are going to bring to our board this spring, as well as in our fragile and conflict-affected states strategy, we explicitly emphasize the role of gender equality. We see country engagement strategies that are based on contributions from society, where the voice of women is heard, to be a major factor for us to help our members deal with drivers of fragility such as gender equality, climate change, forced displacement, or food insecurity. We are very keen to work with our partners, humanitarian, development, peace and security actors. 25% of our members are conflict or fragility affected states. We need to work with you, with everyone, to be successful in these countries. Let me conclude with this thought. Women and girls are themselves powerful agents of change. They help societies transition from fragility to stability. They are a foundation for a better future for all. And we saw that in peace processes from Northern Ireland to Colombia, and in places like Liberia, where a movement of women helped bring an end to the civil war. So to all the women and girls, believe in yourself. Dare to reach your full potential. You have the power to forge a brighter future for our societies, for our economies, for our world. All the power in the hands of women means a prosperous world for all.
That was IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva speaking at a special UN Security Council meeting on women's economic inclusion as a key to building peace to celebrate International Women's Day. Look for more IMF podcasts on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and leave us a review. It'll help other people discover IMF podcasts. You can also follow us on Twitter at IMF_podcast. I'm Bruce Edwards. Thanks for listening.